Welcome into the Beat Sessions. I'm your host, Mitchell Weary. We're looking at the brand new record from Rise Against entitled Nowhere Generation, which they put out on June 4th. This is the ninth studio record from the band. It is their follow up to 2017's Wolves and everything that you can hope to expect from these guys. And I would argue even a little more. I think this is lead singer Tim McElrath's best vocal performance. Big soaring lyrical hooks on this thing. I love the melodies on this album. And, lyrically, the content, he's always spot on. A lot of people call this band political, and I don't think they are. I think they're just a band with a social conscience that, they talk about issues that they see in front of them that they think are important that should be addressed. Kind of reminds me of, maybe a guy like Mike Ness a little bit, Social Distortion as far as his quality of lyricism. But I love the way that Tim paints pictures for his listeners in a very objective way. It's a big thing for me too. Poses situations, writes in a way that the listener just can't help but address the questions that are being raised in these lyrics and ponder them. And I think it's one of the things that makes his band so popular, one of the things that makes his songwriting so effective and powerful. And it's why these songs are amazing too, because they cross that political line. We're looking at not politics at all. We're talking about Broken Dreams Inc. is a reference to the way automation and computerization is starting to take over, and people are starting to lose their jobs. That affects both sides. The song Nowhere Generation, talking about the younger fans, this group of people that's come up with two recessions, this the coronavirus, a lot of stuff that has happened in the last 12, 13 years that for a lot of people has made it difficult to get ahead and to even just find work. I think our society, many would argue, is in a pretty rough spot right now, affecting both sides. So I really like that Tim in his songwriting very much extends that olive branch to both sides, and I think that there's people on the left and the right that can listen to this album and these lyrics and these themes and what is going on. It's going to resonate with everybody. This is a powerful record. It's really well done. These guys should be very proud of this. Tim, I love his gritty punk style voice too. Just their production is they've upped it a little bit and they've kind of like polished their music up over the years, and it makes sense. You start to mature, you get a little older, but I love it to the tune of there's still a little bit of that rough edginess to all of these songs. And again, that fast paced galloping style is just it's there, and they're doing a number of fun things with it. The Numbers is the big opener. It's like a 5-minute track. Really dig this song. It's got an aggressive verse, big soaring chorus, and it's really cool the way the coda definitely like brings both of these elements together in a very interesting way. Definitely made me turn my head the first time I listened to this track, but a very interesting song, solid way to open up this album. Sudden Urge is probably the only track where Tim kind of, as far as the positivity in his lyrics, kind of keels off a little bit. This is definitely kind of like a burn it to the ground kind of song. But I mean, that is kind of what punk rock is about a little bit. You have to embrace that energy. Sometimes I think it's healthy to do it, not actually burn anything down to the ground. But, you write a song like Sudden Urge, you get that out of your system. Nowhere Generation, lead single off this thing, is just a big, soaring, it kind of sounds poppy, but it's just a damn good rock track, to be completely honest with you. And it's followed up by Talking to Ourselves, which I really dig. Tim talks about that track and the themes that are going on there. This track reminds me of Face to Face too, back in the early '90s, mid '90s when they were writing stuff. Really dig the style of the song, the guitar tuning. But yeah, that song very much alludes to the themes in their music, what they talk about, what they write about, things that make sense to them, things that need to be addressed. Broken Dreams, thundering bass in that track, and the intro comes right in, leads into Forfeit, the acoustic track, and then the B side of this album is just as solid. It picks up pace right after Forfeit with Monarch. The song sounds like it's got this great message of not sitting around and waiting for change. Definitely a solid message that I love there. It kind of reminds me of AFI, circa Art of Drowning, as far as the way the song sounds a little bit. So I loved it for that reason, because I'm a big fan of that record. Sooner or Later approaches environmental issues in a very practical way, just talking about the way we grow food and the way we manufacture and produce it. And there's obviously many things that we could do to improve on the way we grow food, the way we manufacture food products in our country and around the world. So it's kind of a no-brainer there. I certainly agree with him in that. And Rules of Play is a great song. Really love the vocal, but I can tell you by the sad same look on your face, you and me, we are the same. And it's really just a great way, I think, to tie this record together, all of the themes in it. And I mean, it says it right there as far as, for all the differences that so many of us have had, maybe in the last year and a half or so, especially, we are facing all of the same challenges together. And, unless we can acknowledge that, we are facing these same problems, they affect us the same way, and that bickering is not going to help us solve these issues, we're going to be stuck with these same problems. So cheers to you, Rise Against, for a wonderful, wonderful effort here all around, musically, lyrically. This thing is solid. 11 tracks, 42 minutes. It's a big-time vinyl, please. And this is just one of the pretty packages that they're throwing out here. I've seen a couple different ones, but I think I might try to get my hands on that because that's pretty filthy looking. Absolutely beautiful. I hope you enjoy this record. I hope you find this review helpful as well. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, check out the live show on Sunday nights, and we will see you next time on the Beat Sessions.